Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Gunpowder and Freedom. So after I finished up that concrete hearth that I did for a friend of mine, I was really itching to kind of get back over here to the Freedom compound to get some more stuff done. Mainly, I wanted to finish cleaning out those culvert pipes. If you saw during the French drain video, I was able to wrap a chain around a tire that was wedged into that second culvert pipe that I really haven't cleaned out just yet, and yank that out, and that freed up a lot of debris. It's letting a lot of water go through, so that's really helping me out. And I'm actually on the I'm almost to the road on my property. So the seatbelt dinger, I just took my seatbelt off to get the binoculars out of the back seat, so I don't drive around like this usually. But anyways, today I'm just coming over. I'm gonna spend an hour cleaning out the rest of that culvert pipe, getting the water to flow, as nice as possible. We're getting from my understanding, should be a pretty big rainstorm tomorrow, so I want to have it all cleaned out for that. I just want to make sure that all of the water is gonna flow nice through it as long as it's cleaned out. That way it's gonna help Rachel and I get a better idea on where we're able to put our house. Because if we get a big rainstorm or something, and I'm not saying it's never gonna happen, but our house could potentially flood. And look, I'm at my property, so sorry about the seatbelt dinging. Again, I don't drive around like that always. But the creek runs right down through here. Ideally, we're gonna put our house up here, so I don't want to say it's never gonna flood, because who knows what can happen. But even a bad rainstorm, I feel like we're gonna be really safe from any potential flooding. So making sure these culvert pipes are, making sure they're all cleaned out and everything, that is going to be one of the best ways that we can prevent any more flooding, even on the driveway here. Already, just within the short time period of me ripping that tire out, the amount of water that's actually going to this pipe over here is very minimal. So once I get a lot of this debris out and that soot washing through, I wouldn't be surprised if this pipe just the water only traveled over there anytime we got a heavy rain. Forgot my shovel at the shop, but luckily I had my gardening rake in my truck. The initial blockage almost cleared. There's still some soot and some sticks I'm digging up. However, we can get a shot of it back in here. That support broke probably when I was ramming that tree in here. But I mean, the pipe still looks good. But as you can see, we got some more blockage at that next cross bracing. So we're gonna try working on getting that out. Once we get that clear, this baby's gonna flow real good. Oh no. There's a leak. Oh no. Ah. I got a tear right there. Darn it. Okay, well maybe I can just keep this leg elevated. That sucks. Oh. So I got this one pretty decently cleared. There's just a little pile of dirt right there that'll kind of wash away as the water goes through. This one, there's some blockage. There's another blockage about halfway through the pipe. I don't have a good place for the camera, so my hopes is I'm just going to set the camera up here. I'm going to crawl in there and break some of that stuff free, and hopefully we can see the water level right up here drop. So we got that blockage in the middle free and clear. This pipe that up until I poked a hole in it, when was that, earlier this year, and got the water moving through it, this pipe has not had water running through it in probably a decade. And now look at that, wide open. This pipe, we got a little bit more debris down on the other end, way down there. Nothing I'm too concerned about right now. So right now I'm gonna try to rake up some of this and get it tossed up there so that whenever we get this rain tonight, it doesn't wash down and reclog that stuff. So when Rachel and I first got this property, I couldn't really understand why there was this size of a piece of property in our area for sale for, I mean, it was a steal. You know, I know, personally, I know of at least 50 people that came over to look at this, that looked at purchasing it to buy a lot, but then they saw how bad a shape this whole area behind me was in. I mean, these two pipes alone, water, like I've said a bunch of times now, water has never flown, or hasn't flown through this pipe in probably over a decade. This pipe was so plugged up that I think there was probably a 6 to 12 inch hole that the water was getting through. There were probably 6 beaver dams on the other side of the pipes, just spread throughout down this side on the property. There was, oh boy, I don't know, I probably ripped out another 6 or 7 over here. There was, I mean, they had these pipes plugged up. There was another dam right there. You can see I didn't get the other side. There was another dam right up here. There was that big monster dam that I ripped out in this video here. They had this area so messed up that all of this was completely underwater. All of over there, which I'll show you that in a second, all of that was underwater to the point where it was flowing across the driveway. Like it had made its own stream going across the driveway. Right here, this whole area was just a giant, just constant stream of water, because they had, I mean, you can see this whole entire embankment right here. That's a beaver dam. Like, they put that there. It is incredible at how good of architects these little things are. You know, this whole area was underwater. This whole area over here was underwater because of all the runoff coming from here. It would come into here, flood this whole area. Now you can see there's still a little bit of water, but we've been getting rain. There's another beaver dam at the very far end that I need to figure out how to relieve, and that'll completely drain. I mean, during the, what was that, probably August or September, this area dried up in a matter of days. This area over here, I can already tell, is just a huge difference. There's really not a whole, oh, there's some ducks. You know, there's still a little pond here, but again, this whole area was just completely underwater. And so I'm willing to bet that anybody that came to look at this piece of property, they made it to that point right there on the driveway and said, no way, nuh-uh, not a chance. You know, look at all the water we're dealing with. But luckily, I'm in probably a better situation for something like this than a lot of people are. You know, I'm pretty fortunate to have the family that I have. that has a lot of construction equipment made it so much easier to deal with this problems. Was it a lot of hard work? Yeah, but nothing good in life comes easy. So, you know, ask my dad if I can use one of his machines. I'll pay for gas and I'll keep it greased and cleaned. Can I bring it over here and rip out beaver dams? If something breaks, I'll replace it, you know. And again, I'm fortunate enough to have a dad that says, yeah, that's fine. Just treat it like it's your own. No problem. So, she saw something. Okay, that's giant. And again, if you can see it, there's a little bit of water right there. But I mean, that all dries up in a matter of days whenever it's really hot out and there's no water, or there's no rain or anything. So I actually want to take you guys for a little walk up this creek here, just to check and see, make sure those beavers aren't coming back and building. But later on, whenever, probably end of the summer, when it's really hot and everything's drying up real nice, I'm going to bring the skid loader over here, come in here, push all this stuff really far back. Actually, I might even just push it over there and light it on fire. That way it won't be able to spread anything. It'll be a pretty cool place for a fire. So, yeah, I mean, I'm going to jump down in there and get that stick. But I mean, this stuff, just, you know, some debris buildup from probably when I was ripping out these dams that are further up. And then they made this, those beavers made this like their own little paradise. They had this little tiny lagoon here. It's kind of crazy at how clear this water is running through here. I'm interested to see what's down there whenever this all dries up. I'm willing to bet that they had a little hole right there that they were going in and out of. Because like I said, these are bank beavers, so they don't actually live in their dams that they build. They live in the banks here. They have tunnels that come out under here. Actually, that might be one right here too. They have tunnels that come out underneath the water, and then they have like these little floating kind of islands of just sticks that they'll come out under the water during the winter time, come up underneath it, pull some sticks and take it back in, and there's breakfast, lunch, and dinner for you. I'm gonna get those cleaned up too while I'm here. Okay, we're going for a little stroll. I gotta remember I have a oh look, there's a hole right there. These little buggers are crafty. So right up here was that huge dam that I ripped out. It was right through here. So no rebuild here. It's all sinking pretty good. Let me get that stuff too. Everything's looking good up here so far. Wonder what happened to that snapping turtle I found. And all through up here still looks really, really good. No dams being rebuilt. Nice. On the other side of the driveway now, this is that beaver dam I was talking about. I mean, even now, like last summer, end of fall, that water was up to the top here. So we've lost a lot of water out of here. And this is why I've had a couple people ask me, this is why like these beavers are considered an infestation here. It's because, I mean, look at all this just stagnant water. It's just sitting here growing bacteria. Mosquitoes are crazy over here during the summer. All of these trees that are now dead, all because of them. And I get it, they need a place to live, but sorry, you're getting evicted. So if we could figure out a way to open this up, dig down here a little bit, maybe all of this would drain. That would be perfect. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for today. Had a good morning at work this morning. Got done a little earlier than expected, so came over here and did something that I've been meaning to do for a few weeks now that it's actually kind of warming up and I can work in a t-shirt and not die. The water's flowing through those pipes really good. I don't see any beavers rebuilding any dams just yet, so fingers crossed on that one that they don't come back. But you know, if they do, we're prepared. We'll just keep battling them and make sure they know that new sheriff's in town. So I want to thank you guys for tuning into another episode of Gunpowder and Freedom. If you liked what you saw, please click the like and subscribe. Don't forget to like us on Instagram. I got a bunch of cool videos coming up. Some of them are firearms related, some of them are more property development. Got a couple more countertops I'm going to be doing, so drop me a comment, let me know what you guys think. I have a really cool idea for a tournament for this summer, so stay tuned for details for that. So thank you guys for the support. Let's keep this channel growing this year, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.